What's going on, guys? I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. People are still filtering in, so I'm going to give it 6 seconds or so just to let people come in. Still people filtering. So, like I said, 60 seconds. If you need to text or phone anyone who should be on the call, just to listen to a very brief information and session about what Ben's doing on his Project 1000. Ben would really appreciate the support. So I'm going to give it 60 seconds or so before we get started. Right, we'll kick this thing off. So thank you. Listen, it's going to be 15 minutes of information. It will not be a sales pitch. It will not be a hype session. Me and Ben have been working closer together now for the last 2 years, and we just want to explain and put his hand out there for more like-minded people who are open for something. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself first. My name's Josh Maskell. I've been involved in networking now for 2 years. Pretty much stumbled across it by fluke. Look, my family pretty much told me that the best route to go about getting a good job was to go to university. So that's what I did as a young kid, 18 years old, went down south and studied down in Buckinghamshire, wanted to get a career in the police force or in the public services, and came back up with a great degree, but just couldn't find that graduate work. Really struggled, to be fair, to find any worthwhile pay. And ended up in the personal training profession and did that, enjoyed that, but just didn't pay the way. I was always exchanging time for money, and if I wanted to make more money, I had to put in more hours. And for me, I always saw there was a better way. I always had a bit of a business mind, but never really found my vehicle or my chosen path for that. Number one, I didn't have a lot of money, so I didn't have a lot of money to invest in business, etc. And my family isn't from wealth. All my family are civil servants or in the public services, so I pretty much thought I had to follow suit. But as a PT, I always recommended things anyway. I recommended supplements, recommended training programs, etc. And met a guy down there who recommended an opportunity to me, and I got involved. At the start, I thought it was a bit of a retail gig. You sold products, you got them at wholesale, and you sold them at retail and made money, but I quickly started to realize that there was much more to it than just that. So my main piece of encouragement tonight is just to be open-minded. You've probably seen what Ben's doing. You've been open enough to come and have a look, whether that's you respect him or you know each other and you trust one another. But be open-minded, because what we're doing and networking is so easily done now through our generation, especially with our product line. Okay, the Herbalife product range, most people have heard of it, might not necessarily know everything about it, but it's number one, it's centered around nutritional products, which is a huge industry, and they've now even launched in the skincare industry. So as I've said, keep an open mind. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the product, a little bit about the industry that we're a part of, and how you can make either a part-time income or more so like Ben's doing now, who has his business has done well over $100,000 worth of product through his account each month. So it's not small change. He's built a legitimate business centered around simply working it from home to start with. So depending on your influence, okay, your work ethic, you could make that extra £500, or you can start making the big incomes. Like when I first looked into it and realized it was more than just selling products, okay, I was extremely skeptical. Okay, always thought things like that. You hear it again and again. We're too good to be true. Get rich quick, pyramid scheme. Saw all these things. Sat at the back of the room with my arms crossed. But as I said, I was massively skeptical, but didn't have a big bank balance. So one thing that I did was I did take a look. Okay, I did my own research, and once I looked into it, okay, I looked into the industry behind it, and saw that people making legitimate incomes. Okay, whatever that's for you, whether that's just part-time money or full-time money, the fact of the matter is now that networking and networking products is real and it's working. And once you look at the credibility behind the products and the people really building a business, you can see just how easy it is. Okay, you've got the likes of Ronaldo now who are sponsored by Herbalife. You've got Ospreys Rugby Union, and cricket clubs, and so many more sport teams are really coming through now to this Herbalife brand. The company did 7.5 billion in sales last year. So you're not looking at a small company. You're looking at a company that's been going and in activity for over 30 years. So you've probably seen now that the company is Herbalife, okay? And keep it nice and simple. They specialize in nutritional products, sport and performance, targeted nutrition, so like fish oils, fiber supplements, digestive health, stuff like that. But instead of paying for billboards and paying for advertising and having it online, they pay people, like Ben and myself, to distribute the products through word of mouth. So our main goal is pretty much super simple. As we already recommend things anyway, and the way that our generation's going with obesity and people wanting to be healthy and wanting to live longer, there's definitely a marketplace for that now. And like I said already, touching on the skincare range as well, the company's made a wise decision in launching in that market, because that's only getting bigger. So like I said, they do not sell online or use advertising. They use word of mouth, and it's just natural. If you like something, you tell your friends about it, and all we do is we go out there and we share the products, we share the opportunity, and we build a community of people who are using the products and sharing it. And I use the example that if I recommend a restaurant, I may get a lot of people to that restaurant, but that restaurant will never pay you for that. Okay, what Herbalife do is you recommend the products enough and you share the story enough, you make money, and you've got a way to make legitimate incomes. And for me, that's a very simple concept. Instead of paying the big endorsements like advertising, okay, I use another example, Sky TV. Most people have Sky TV now, they have Sky Plus, but what typically happens when the adverts come on, if you've recorded, you'll skip through them. YouTube is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, skip ad. So right now, networking, specifically with our generation, now we've created Facebook, LinkedIn, Snapchat, all those social networks. It makes sense to move products through that network anyway. Why would companies pay huge ad budgets when they can pay people who are already networked to endorse it for them? Okay, and all the company does is they pay that money back that they were about to spend anyway to the distributors. So I saw an opportunity there, and so has Ben, that if we can teach people to share this enough, and we build networks and we build clusters and communities, which is Ben's now done all over the UK, and he's even got business in Australia and New Zealand, I'm led to believe now. It's appealing. And if you would have said to me that 2 years down the line from working at the gym making £5 an hour, that I'd be making 5 figures a month, I'd have laughed you out of the gym. But I don't say that to show off neither. I say that because I am a normal average kid who's managed to find this business concept, learn myself the industry, and really make it happen. And what I see as well is the ability to help people. Most people are like that way out, and you've got the ability to really help people go out there and make that extra £500. Okay, most people right now are looking for that. Okay, whether that's your millennials, which is your people 18 to 34 like myself, who are leaving university and having no real guidance or path to go down to create the incomes that we want. I didn't want to work at a factory. I didn't want to go work at a shop or do anything like that. I wanted the ability to be financially independent on my own accord. And right now, most people are looking for extra ways to make money. Ben himself is built a large organization now. He's built a community of not only people who are consuming the product, but people are out there building a legitimate business. Ben's business is well over 1,000 people now. But what me and Ben are honest that once we started in this business, we didn't necessarily know what we were doing. We didn't really treat it as a business. We treated it more as a part-time hobby, you could say. But we attacked it with strong work ethic. But what we've done now is we've got a systematic way of doing this. We've got a very simple and easy to follow system, which we truly believe now that anyone who touches this opportunity can start making money quick. And it starts from simply speaking to friends and family. Okay, we're not going to go in depth of the system tonight of how you go out and make money, but as I've said, it's you market your product very simply through word of mouth. And we have a great product range. Okay, I've already mentioned briefly what it's about: nutrition, skin, target nutrition. You've got shampoos and conditioners. So there's a huge product range. Okay, and the purpose of Ben getting you on this tonight wasn't to sell you any product. And it wasn't necessarily to pitch you on this. We're looking now for, like-minded people who want something more. Okay, we're not looking to twist your leg and pull your arm. We're looking for people who want something more. And he's named his project 1000 because over the next 90 days, what we're looking to get done is bring in 1,000 new people into our organization and take this brand to the next level. So the main question really tonight is do you see an opportunity in it, and does the product fit into your life, and does the business model make sense? And there's only two real questions you've got to ask yourself tonight is, do you believe you can find 10 people in your community, your friends and family, who could benefit from better health, improved nutrition, and new skincare? And the second question that you want to ask yourself tonight is, in 18 months, do you believe you can build a network and build a community of fellow entrepreneurs and business builders who will go out there and do the same? Because, like I said, the company's done 7.5 billion sales. They pay just over 70% of their profits back to its distributors. So the only real question you've got yourself is, if we're building this brand bigger, okay, it's going to be a $10 billion brand soon. How much of that pie do you want? And right now it's super simple. You start by using the product and sharing it with friends and family, and it can start from that. And right now, as I've said, there's definitely a need for an opportunity, and it's super simple. For me, networking is the future. More and more now, you will see jobs that are performance and effort based. And that's one thing that I really struggled, and a lot of people will struggle to get out of that routine of exchanging time for money. Okay, it's what you're brought up doing. You go to school, you get a job, and you work it for 40 years, okay, for 40 hours, then you retire on 40% less of what you couldn't live on to start with. And what I can see with this is the ability to be what I call ambitiously lazy, okay, where you work very hard on the front end, which we teach 18 months, and that will pay you residually for the rest of your life, okay? You see it residual. Michael Jackson last year made more money than he'd ever made when he was alive from royalties, okay? And that's what we teach him with this. It's ability to build what's called a residual income. You've got companies who just look at, like, you've got Facebook, who grew through word of mouth. A company that started in Harvard University and grew through word of mouth, an email referral. So what you need to look for in a company is a sound product line, which we have, and Ben's leadership. Okay, Ben's got the system down. We've developed that, and he's really starting to grow, and we're looking for sustained growth as well. So as I've said, we've got a systematic way to build this, walking you through it, some very simple steps. And this concept can get as large as you want to get it. Okay, my advice is simply to listen to the information and make your own assumption. Get your questions to Ben quickly. Okay, give him a call right now and get them answered. And the product, the economy, networking is big. It's big and big and big. And the one thing that I ask, and you'll hear me say it 5 or 6 times on this call, is just to be open-minded. People are looking for what we have, okay? And it's not a get-rich-quick scheme by all means, but it's all performance and effort-based. So you're going to get directly out what you put in, like any business model, okay? But unlike what I've seen from my research, traditional business takes 3 to 5 years to get your money back. We've got a system now to get you in profit in your first 4 hours of business. So like I said, you choose your value. Ben's building this big, but you can definitely build it part-time, okay? You hear the complaint, I don't have time. Networking and talking to people you do anyway. So you can just supplement what's going on from changing nothing in your lifestyle or time frame. Okay, we've got people, we've got single mums who build the business, we've got businessmen, we've got civil servants, we've got people in the armed forces who have gone out and built this network. And trust me, if you do it enough and you give you that 18 months commitment, your belief level will go through the roof because the numbers are in his favor. Okay, there's no saturation network marketing or anything. Okay, there's most people don't even really understand what it is or understand the industry. I use the example that I've been speaking to my cousin down south in Devon, and the Herbalife brand is yet to be recognized down there. Ben recently has been on a tour of America, which his Herbalife business paid for, okay, from his profits, and he met people on that cruise ship and on that trip who had not heard of the Herbalife brand. So start thinking of people who you know. Start thinking and writing names down now of who you know who could benefit from better health and wellness, and also would like to make some extra money, because it's there. You've got an opportunity to work a part-time business, okay, around your current commitments. So in closing, please don't get off the call and go speak to somebody who doesn't have a clue what they're talking about, or heard the information or seen the information from a valid source. Most people tend to have opinions, but they tend to be uneducated. All I know is what it's done for me. I've gone from working at a gym in Castleford, making £5 an hour, less than £1,000 a month, to now making over 5 figures per month from simply networking products. People spend money every day on products, okay? So why not build a network of consumers and business builders who go out there and do it? And definitely follow advice on people who have what you want. We're working with people now who are making in excess of 6 figures a month. So for me, I'm humble enough to listen to what they've got to say, because typically the people who give the advice and people who are out there telling you what to do, would you swap shoes with those people? That's what I ask myself. Okay, I used to take advice off myself all the time about skin. Like I said, this can produce you a better lifestyle, whether that's time freedom, money, whatever it is. Okay, it's simple. You share the product, you share the story, and when you find like-minded people like Ben, okay, they do the same and they speak to their circle of influence, and it's the right place, right time. And I truly believe in the next 15 years, 5, 10, 15 years, networking will be huge. The industry will be massive. Right now, it's the biggest industry next to real estate and property that's created the most millionaires. So you're seeing something special, okay? It's not a pyramid scheme. You hear stuff like that chucked about. They're illegal. They don't have a tangible product, okay? What we have is we're a nutrition company. We use nutritional products, skincare range, etc., and that's the product. They're illegal, and we don't want to get involved with anything like that, okay? Like I said, they don't have a product, we do. You're with the right group. Ben has now created what I only can describe as a solid culture of not only people who want to better themselves, but it's a group of solid friendships. And what we found with that is that's just helping spread the brand quicker. So if you want to be part of something like that as well, that's just a great add-on, okay? So you're with the right group. And if you want to come in from a business standpoint, you've heard a little bit about it. Listen, it's £36.08 to get started. It's £36.08 to get started in a business that's turned over 7.5 billion last year. It's operating in more than 90 countries right now, and you've got the opportunity to not only build this local, but start thinking globally, and you're getting all that for £36.08. So hope you've took a little bit of value away from tonight. It was just basically Ben's put you on the call personally because he sees you as being coachable, having a sphere of influence, and really ready to have a go at something new. So go to Ben, get your questions answered, and have some urgency. If you see something on the call, have a go. My advice is think big. This way of business will become the norm. It's definitely happening. It's growing year on year as the industry, and it's definitely a solution to a problem right now. The economy is shifting, and the way that people make money is definitely changing. So really appreciate your time tonight. Only a very short call. We really want you to, number one, get back in touch with Ben, okay? And number two, if it's not for you, which we totally agree for, then either help Ben out with referrals or put people's Ben's way who could really benefit from an opportunity, whether that's from a health standpoint or from a wealth standpoint. So really appreciate your time. We'll let you get back to your Sunday night. Thank you very much. See you later.